With the release of Call of Duty Vanguard Zombies Season 2 Reloaded, we got the new Explosive Experts Covenant inside of the game. Now, this Covenant specifically, your explosions do much more damage to enemies and much less damage to you. This is the purple variant of this Covenant. So, in a weird way, this is the dumbed down version of PhD Flopper. For example, let's see how well we can handle one grenade right here. It should be doing a lot less damage to us. Normally that would come really close to downing us, but honestly that didn't really do a whole lot. And the hope is here that once we get the legendary version of this Covenant, it's going to basically give us complete immunity to all things explosive. With that being said, I'm not exactly sure how it is going to react with the ray gun, because I feel like at some point I saw that it didn't affect the ray gun, but I feel like there's no way they would do that. And realistically, this Covenant should also make the ray gun a lot more viable if in fact it does work with the ray gun, because it says it does much more explosive damage to enemies. Obviously, the ray gun, while it may be just like some sort of weird plasma shot or something like that, it is an explosive weapon. It is considered an explosive weapon. So pairing this with something like Splatterfest and then moving on to some other high damage Covenants is going to be really, really good for the future of us playing this game. The worst part about the ray gun in this game was the fact that you took so much damage. So let's see if we can get the ray gun and then test this Covenant out. And with this thing doing a lot more explosive damage, let's see what one grenade could do here to a Stormkrieger. That rolled really far away, not where I wanted it at all. And survey says it took out just a little less than half his health here on round 6, which I mean honestly is pretty good. Of course, if this was the golden variant, the legendary variant, it would be a lot better. This has got to be like the first time that I have hit the box in this game in what feels like forever. And yeah, gray STG. Yeah, that's why we don't hit the box. Honestly, I'll take an RPG at this point as well, because I do want to test that out at the same time. The box is not being helpful here. Obviously, the worst part about the Explosive Expertise Covenant is that, well, it's a Covenant, and it's basically all RNG. So we could get the golden version of this Covenant literally next round, or we could not get it until round 20. And getting something like that early is definitely make or break in your game for a lot of these different things. So let's try out this Covenant with the War Machine kill streak instead of Vanguard Zombies. Obviously, this is an explosive weapon. We have Explosives Expert on, so with one shot, and we are barely doing anything to ourselves. That's actually super helpful. That is super helpful. Trying to get like camos and stuff for your launchers inside of Vanguard Zombies and anything else you're trying to do with explosives in this game in general. This is a absolute massive help. We also have the Imploder just since we're here, and yeah, I mean this is so much better than it was before, because those 3 shots would have killed you in a heartbeat just now. And the amount of damage that it is doing to these zombies, if you're trying to get your launcher camos, this is the time to do it. Now, as you can see here, we finally did get the ray gun out of the box. It took absolutely forever. With the purple tier of the Explosives Expert, we are doing actually more damage to ourselves with the ray gun than we were with the basic explosion from grenades and such. Which leads me to believe that, yeah, the ray gun isn't affected by this. But with that being said, I do think that we still should be doing more damage with the explosions as time goes. So one shot on the Stormkrieger, and honestly, I don't really notice a whole lot more of a difference. I wish I had some sort of chart in front of me that basically told me how much the ray gun did on round 10 before double packed. I really do, but it honestly feels like it's kind of doing the same as it was before. You know what, maybe I stand corrected. It actually does seem like it's doing a decent amount to the splash damage from the ray gun. While we're still taking a lot of damage, I feel like it would take a lot less shots even yesterday with the ray gun to down ourselves. I think the only way for us to know for sure is to take off the Explosive Expertise Covenant. Because as you can see, we're doing a tiny little piece of damage there, just a little bit of a sliver of damage. Let's take off the Explosive Expertise, let's put on Splatterfest, and see if we take more damage. And yeah, it looks like the exact same in my opinion. It honestly feels like the exact same. Again, I don't know if this is increasing the damage from the ray gun, but it's definitely not helping our resistance to the splash damage. So again, while this new Explosive Expertise is going to be... Oh, they made the ray gun gold on the ground now. Thank God, it was like a gray before. Oh, that's so much better. Thank you, Treyarch. While explosive expertise is super nice, I do think that they need to increase it so that it actually protects you against the splash damage from the ray gun, because that was the whole thing. The ray gun was kind of bad, and the splash damage was just unbearable in this game. Maybe they did decrease it a little bit, but the fact that we're still getting the same amount of damage with the explosive expertise covenant as well as not having it means it's not really affecting it at all. Again, great for launcher challenges, bad for the ray gun. Let me know your guys' thoughts in the comments down below. I hope you have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you soon. Thank you for watching the whole video. Shout out to the Zombie Richtofen members that support this channel on another level, starting off with my guy, Ben the Bulldozer, and the man, the myth, legend, 'tis Brandon ZR.